I did ask a question about challenges that folks were facing, and one of our teachers was just sharing this experience and saying, "Here's the problem set before me," and I just wanted to share. Then immediately, all the other folks that did have knowledge germane to that exact experience were like, "No, no, no, this is what you need to do. Here, call me, we'll chat." I just think that's the meaningful connection that you don't get when you see each other via Zoom, 3 or 4 times a year. My name's Rob Collins. I'm a native Kentuckian. I currently work at the Kentucky Department of Education in our Division of Innovation. And the reason I'm here today, I also founded and facilitate the Kentucky Innovative Teacher Fellowship, which each year it's a collection of 10 teachers really thinking about how to bring Kentucky's United We Learn vision to life. It's structured around three big ideas that really serve as Kentucky's sort of guiding light for the future of education in our Commonwealth. The first is vibrant learning experiences for every student. The second is innovation, especially in assessment. And the third is connection, collaboration, partnership with communities. So the idea of this fellowship is to bring teachers together in a community of practice to build really rich projects that bring those three things to life. So when we started that first cohort that we did, it was awesome. It's like when people say capturing lightning in a bottle, the people just clicked. They were deeply passionate and their projects were amazing. But what we noticed, we span an entire state. That's 6.5 hours driving time from end to end. So we really couldn't stay connected as much as we wanted to. So we were trying to find a way to remain connected, but also to document the stories of each individual teacher's project in a way that wasn't just, collecting a portfolio that only that teacher saw and shared with their community, but instead was, here's what I'm currently doing, here are my successes, here are my challenges, and what do you folks think that are in this on this mission with me? So Unrulr really gave us a space to connect and gave us a way to sort of suss out what their successes were, what their challenges were, and how could they build that community around, moving forward with collective goals. This is our fourth cohort, and we're halfway through, and it's of course evolved over time. But what I've found that's been really helpful, sort of in the second, third iteration of our years in using Unrulr, is what's your current process? Like, where are you at in your classroom at this moment? What are you experiencing with your kids? What are the joyful things? What are the difficult things? And then really prompting reflection around, what's it like to be a teacher in your classroom at this moment? And what do you need? What do you have? And where does connection with other teachers help you improve? There are structured prompts that are really meant to highlight their moves to advance their project. But then there are more human prompts that are about, what are you feeling right now? What do you need help with to really build that connection and community? And then when we get to the end of the fellowship, it'll really be a structured, hey, let's look back at all this documentation and really build that journey of here's where we started, here's the messy middle, and then here your project's been completed, you've defended it in front of your communities. What was that experience? That's what we're trying to really draw a through line for. So just selfishly, as a program manager for this project, um, having tangible artifacts and reflection and stories about the work of the Innovative Teacher Fellowship has been really helpful. So we're really pursuing statewide transformation in Kentucky around assessment and accountability and what that looks like. And pulling from the stories of these teachers working on that individually has been really helpful for just like our media side and storytelling side of KDE. That's probably the most shallow use case. The second piece is having that learning journey from start to finish has been really helpful in showing the process of a teacher digging into such a meaningful project, that it does start this huge idea and then you have to refine a little bit. There's a messy middle, and you're learning all along the way. And then at the end, there's this beautiful summative event. The last thing that's really meaningful is how the teachers are connecting on problems of practice without prompting. Just recently, as of like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I did ask a question about challenges that folks were facing. And one of our teachers was just sharing this experience and saying, here's the problem set before me. And I just wanted to share. And the thing that was really remarkable to me is almost the entire cohort jumped in with, oh, I've experienced that before. Here's kind of what I thought about. Have you thought about this? And me as the facilitator, I was the first comment because obviously I'm a little bit in tune to it, maybe for job security. Then immediately, all the other folks that did have, knowledge germane to that exact experience were like, no, 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 this is what you need to do. Here, call me, we'll chat. I just think that's the meaningful connection that you don't get when you see each other via Zoom, 3 or 4 times a year. But when you build that story of what your day-to-day teaching life is like, there's a sort of psychological safety that builds from that. And just the connections between teachers who have only known each other for 3 months now is really pretty remarkable.